Hello, everyone. There we go. Let us get started. How is everybody today? Actually, just one more second. Make sure these volumes are still okay. There we go. All right. While we wait, I will play a radio play. Hey, Mike. Just kind of doing a radio play until people, get the message. Let it go a couple minutes. Only for a moment. Glimpses of it. Flickers of penetration. You can't hear the radio play?
Begging me to help them.
Streamer issues. Gotta love
Had
it.
I entered the church that day,
Forgot to click a thing.
Deadhaus would have my secrets and thousands
Forgot to change a
more
game
would
name.
abide.
Forgot to click a thing. Forgot to do a thing.
I turned my horse and fled, hearing my name fall into the distance behind me, until at last the church was silent. I retrieved my satchel from the tower and left
At least it's
it
early on
smoldering
before anybody
ruin
else sees
behind.
it.
I dare not write what became of the knights. I can only pray that their death will the end. But that thought does little to still the echoes of my name, as they called it that day. Alaric. Alaric. Alaric von Bella, Grand Inquisitor of the Thasian Empire.
It does not roll into the next one. But here we are. I'm going to jump into the map and just start killing things, and then yeah, hopefully people will show up. That is the hope, right?
The Hostia, first of Califact. Rain falls like beads of silver.
Rain falls like beads of silver. So, how is everyone today? How are you doing, Mike? I know you've been busy. Rolls. That's an animation I hadn't seen. Them falling over backwards like that. That's a new one. It's been so long. I've been waiting so long. I've been chomping at the bits. Like, let me go. I want to go. Hi, Victus.
Seven of Mines.
The time has finally come, and there was much rejoicing as we ate all of Robin's minstrels. Oh, fight for me.
Five of Mines.
Nice back.
The One of Souls.
The One of Souls. It lived. That wasn't supposed to live. You hurt my buddy. I wanted the buff. Dropped before he died. Fun. So sweet. Should be another voice line. Just for the reference from the first video played. Your friends are turning into my friends. Look at him eventually. I need more friendos to play with. There we go. even want to play too long, do they? They just want to run away or fall over dead. How about tomorrow then? Same time? That's a laugh, though. A very good laugh. Use them up, friend. Yay, a new friend. Killing spree. Anybody in chat joining us, go ahead and ask any questions you may have about Deadhaus. Once I get done with this little area, I'll be back to the hub and I will do a quick overview of what's what in there. Of course the flight hits him at the last second. Why wouldn't they? Alright. I think I did a pretty good job at defending that statue. Alright. Returning to hub.
The Hostia, first of Califact. Like frozen stones, the hailstorm falls.
Alright, so this is the main hub for the demo. Here is our map table where we will select missions and go on sojourns. You'll also be able to use inscriptions you find along the way to re-roll and or enhance sigils for better chances at getting those things to drop for you to enhance your abilities. Over here we have the tarot table where we'll be able to switch out skills. I'm actually going to switch out, let's do take off Whirlwind and we'll put on the Dance Macabre. Here's where you can add or remove major or minor arcana and upgrade your skills to perform more things, like making my minions that I had for bite. So Curse Fang, if I bite them and they die, they become my thrall for a limited time with all their abilities and techniques, which is very nice, as an example. More of those will be added later throughout the early access when it finally does come out. This section down here is for cosmetics, which I do not believe are going to have any for the demo itself. It's just coming soon. But once early access launches and things start to roll out, I'm sure that's going to start to fill up. Over here we have the Radio Play Chronicles.
3rd of Oct, in the year 218.
So you'll be able to listen to them all through here. Here is our statue for a regiment who we are partnered with.
Across countless realms and countless wars, some choose to stand beside others, not above them. Their duty is not conquest, but watchfulness. You are not alone. We have your 6.
The statue here allows you to check the stats that you've done. These little waystones are for your first time through. Not sure exactly what this is supposed to be for, but it has the feel of a test area. I'm assuming to try out different abilities. I'm sure more of that will be to come. Up top here we have a little journal library where you can look at your different feats and sigils that you're able to get, stats again, and journal as well, so probably what you have done throughout the game, your personal record. And across the way here is where you can change out your inscriptions. As you can see, I've got a few axes and a few spears, and take these off and replace them with something new. So if there's any questions, I'll take them again anytime you want. Toss them out there, and I can answer as best I can, if I can answer, that is. Now I'm going to go through the Blood Sanctum. It's the tutorial level. It's got a little bit different feel to it. I'm not going to select any of those.
The Hostia, 1st of Califact. Lightning is as dangerous to our enemies as it is to us.
Definitely have the gothic feel here. Because I've been through this already, I'm not going to get the card selections. I'll tell you what they are. But we have some fun stuff to show you down here in the sewer. Such sights to show you. Don't stare back.
The Five of Souls.
So the enemies I'm fighting here are the Awakened, Deadhaus's first enemy, at least that we encounter via the radio plays. All out in one shot. My goodness. I do believe that's all for this area. As I said, it's a short area, but it's got some interesting scenery per se.
The Hostia, first of Caliphate. Strong wind confounds the aim of the enemy.
So here is our celestial clock. It has a fully working universe, basically. So planetary rotations, alignments, seasons, weather forecasts. We're still getting some snow, but it's turning into rain and wind and fog, so that's going to be nice coming up. It's been snowy for a little bit as we get out of the winter months and getting into
Oct, the vessel. Mensis Octus, now called Oct, the month of growth. In Oct, I rode down a vampire, trapped him in a church, and led the men under my command to their slaughter. In Oct, I infiltrated the temple of Anumat and stole a hollow maw. I faced a revenant and prevailed. I crossed into the realm of the dead and climbed a tower of madness.
And then it also here gives you a little insight as to what you can expect during the month of Oct. So like here it says, the month of Oct may grant inscriptions with increased movement speed, agility, or defiance. So that would definitely change what is going on and what's allowed to drop.
Now, at last, the arc of the sun carries it downward. Indeed, we remain diminished, and the celestial aspect is still empowered. But the balance has begun to shift. Now each hour shall lessen the glare, and we take solace, for the promise of night draws near.
Afternoon time. Every fire spell spreads to other enemies. Or enemy fire spells spread to other enemies. The physical damage of vampires is weakened. So, afternoon time, vampires deal less damage.
As Ruina recedes, veiled truths emerge beneath its fading light. And with the waning does the night darken, until again the moon is new. So does the gaze of El Sabaoth slip from Ruina as it wanes, though he is unable to influence it directly regardless. His forces are diminished, his followers slaughtered, and so the darkness grows unchecked until the cycle renews. As Ruina recedes, veiled truths emerge beneath its fading light. And with the waning does the night darken, until again the moon is new. So does the gaze of El Sabaoth slip from Ruina as it wanes, though he is unable to influence it directly regardless. His forces are diminished, his followers slaughtered, and so the darkness grows unchecked until the cycle renews.
So, yeah, everything on this clock here influences what drops. It's not random. It's determined by the time of day, the season, the moon phase, the day of the week.
Dies Hostiarum, now called the Hostia, the day of sacrifice. On this day, Ustilians made sacrifices to El Sabaoth. There were few restrictions on what could count as a proper sacrifice, so long as it held actual value to the one who gave it. A farmer might give of his crops. A hunter might give a fresh kill. Merchants gave coins, and fishermen fish, all tossed into the gold, consumed.
We must kindle the gold anew. So that's a brief overview of the clock. You can click on all the different planets. I didn't go over the Ascension here, but you click on all these different planets, like this one.
Visanya belongs to Islarith, the Dreamer, whose house is the Awakened. In life, I believed Deadhaus to be the greatest threat to the living. If only I had known the true enemy was the Awakened. Then again, would this knowledge have mattered? Deadhaus struggles to contend with this terrible foe. What chance would Thacia have stood, even if it knew of the Awakened? Visanya's light winks at me in the night sky, knowing the answer.
So every single planet, whether it's in Ascension or not, that glowing bit around the planets says it's in Ascension. Also, this little red paletted area is where that would take place. So you can see what is an Ascension. So it says when Visanya's alignment may grant inscriptions for finishers, causing enemies to have a chance to flee, fight and confused and fight each other. Kills apply additional morale degradation to formations, and they can form up quite well too with the enemy's intelligence. Time to go slaughter some more Thasian soldiers. And to show you kind of how this will work, I'm going to put like 2 of these in here to this blood regeneration here, and oops, I accidentally hit begin sojourn, never mind. Let me go back out. Wrong one.
Denovis.
We got a passive of 5.889. Things changed a little bit. We're gonna enhance that to 6.2, and let's re-roll this one, I guess. So instead, we now penetrate enemy defense. So you can use your inscriptions to modify and change at least a little
First
bit
of Califact.
what you can
Gale
get to
winds
draw.
are rising.
Did not want to hit this.
One of soul.
Not today. Tomorrow? I don't know. We played this joke before, right?
Five.
Ow. Can we be frenemies? Yay, we can be frenemies. Let's hurt them, save me, save me. Say hi to these guys real quick. Right. See if we can get a little fun party going on. I heard a priest. Need a little bit of blood. Friendos to help out, that's what we need. you at? Now we get the windy weather effect going on, as you can see. The plan is definitely to have weather effects like things like arrows and visibility and all that fun jazz. But those two are two that I know for sure that are planned on being worked on. Eventually, the wind should change arrow trajectory and make it harder to hit anybody at range. Snow should impede their movements, things like that. Is that going to be coming to the demo, or is that just going to be once early access hits, Mike? I'm not sure how much more updating. I know there's going to be some updating for the demo, but okay, just early access. Did he just say Deus Ex Machina? I don't think I've heard that line before. Open it. There's the formation. Was it Chris Sharps who voiced this vampire's lines? Or somebody else? He does an excellent job. Shout out to him. I do believe it is. I do believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Little laughs and the Viavictuses and all the good things, all the callbacks. Guys come from. You buy both of them. running away, are you? Back here. I want to play. More friendos. Winds howling? Yes they are. I had to turn the game down itself earlier. It was kind of loud. This is at 33%. I'm trying. Which one though? The minion one, or the pull one, or the spreading one, or just all of them? More skeletons. Yeah, need less that. Where's that push? There you are. Where are you? The 8 of Mines. The 4 of Mines. Oh, here we see them fighting each other. The skeleton army is fun. I like the I like to make them my friends though, with the bite. I do. I'm gonna build the minions just because it is fun in all sorts of many different ways, especially when you get the fonts going on the massive scale. Well, they are my thralls, and the skeletons are minions too. Whoa. That seal is doing something different. It's fluctuating. I've not seen that. Interesting. So I'm not sure if those are moon doors, and Mike, you don't have to answer, but moon doors or just alternate routes for later on. Or celestial doors. I can't just say moon doors anymore. Moon doors is just Blood Omen's version. But I'm sure that there's certain doors. There's like 5 doors in this place, but there's certain doors that will open via celestial calendar. In specific alignments and whatnot. I still don't like Dance Macabre. It is a good spell in its own right, and it does do a lot of damage, but I personally don't like it. Already lost more blood on this statue than I did on the last one. I am failing. Every time I hear that, I think it's Dennis. Yeah, exactly. Every time we're in chat, he pops in. Dong! Oh, hi, Dennis. So much blood. More friendos. Ta-da! That's my card. I want to go do upgrades. This would lead to the next area. So long as you protect the statue from being destroyed.
Decasus, first of Oct. A great wind thrashes the land.
Great wind thrashes the land. Let's go do our weapons first. We come up here to our inscriptions. Oh, it was another spear that I grabbed. Actually, let's roll out with the spear. How about that? Change it up a little bit. Much as I personally don't like the spear. Doesn't mean I can't show it off to everyone. Just throw those three on for now. Plenty of things. So this right here will tell you that your unlife, your blood, all your resources, your regeneration of blood, your leech and resistances and all the other good stuff. And what they all mean. I'm gonna definitely take Yes Macabre off. Maybe I'll do telekinesis. Blur, bite, font, getting there. I still need this one. Ooh, toggle equipped. Toggle equipped. Remove these. Let's remove these. Put this up. Do I think that's right? Yeah. Okay. So let's make sure that these are all off. There we go. Yep. Remove these. See if we can't maximize here. Still missing one. Where is it? Is it just that one? It is just that one. Okay. Upgrades. Three stacks or... Oh no, we're gonna go with pandemic, yes. There we go. Yay. Still need this one. Which is one of these two. Kill more bad guys. Just maximize the rest. We're going to take bite off or exsanguinate. And I'll keep these two. Just make sure I got all my buttons sorted here. Sure, that looks fine to me. Okay, let's switch up flame font here. Button layouts. Close to that one. Alright. Let's go back, kill some more things. Again, anybody in chat, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here, and so is Mike, one of the, he is the community manager for Deadhaus. We can answer any and all questions you may have regarding the demo and or what is to come. Or just sit back and relax and enjoy the slaughter. I'll go over everything that I went over again, probably another 15-20 minutes. Give another tour of the area for any newcomers and go over the clock and whatnot. Unless we get something special, asking specifically for it. The goo puddles are real. Where's the new defeat? The one bad thing about the goo puddles and the fact that I don't have bite right now is blood is a precious resource that I'm losing out on. That is a lot of arrows coming at me. It's like a machine gun. Oh boy. Windows to play with. Standing in blood also revives you, unless you're getting shot.
The One of Souls.
I'm not sure I chose the best lit up for this fight, but we'll make it work. Telekinesis is one of my more favorite skills. Oh, you're fine. I'm not going to stop you from working. Yep. Oh, Regiment's guys are streaming now too? On Twitch or on their Discord? Cool. The Four of Minds. I know they're doing a stream tomorrow on their Discord for the community thing. And I'm sure they're definitely having fun over there trying to figure it all out. Meanwhile, I'm just chopping away. Can't knock them for trying. They will definitely start to master the game and become super powerful, like we have learned to be. I hear a priest. I don't see a priest. I see a priest. As I said, I'm here. The lore is easy to explain. Go listen to the radio plays. There's a lot there. That's the cheap way out. Goodbye, sir.
The Eight of Souls.
Here we're going this way.
One of Lions.
One of lions. Ooh. That was close. Needs a little bit more bass, though. You know. I feel like that thunder crack needs a little bit more bass to express the thunder. Glad we're out of the snow, though. Ugh. Thank you for the follow, Contreras. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Any... got your 6.
Four of Souls.
I hear from Mike that guys got your guys' stream going over on Twitch here as well. I hope you guys are having fun over there. I'm here to answer any questions that I can. I know Mike said he's been popping back and forth between us, so I'm sure he's answered a few himself. I do appreciate the follow. I'm streaming for the next couple hours, I think. It's been an hour now, so 2, maybe 3 more hours to go. Depending on how things go. So many arrows.
Four of Souls.
I do believe range should at least come future updates actually harm the vampire and make his blood drain a little bit quicker, if I'm not mistaken. Because water does harm vampires.
One of Souls.
Get away from my statue, you! Enjoy the dude.
Three of Souls.
worry about the priests and messing up the little guys. Get them, save me, save me. That fog on the trees almost looks like spider webbing.
The 8 of souls.
Did we win? I think we won pretty well. Let's get out of this rain and into the hub where it's nice and toasty, warm and dry.
Deadhaus, first of Oct. Thunder and lightning fill the skies.
That's good. I noticed that it's only the first 7 now. It's not all 31 of them. You can click the tome to finish the level. I didn't know that. I think the first time I did it bugged out on me. Only season 1 in here? Okay. So,
Third of...
that's good. I need to switch up the spear. It is not my favorite. But I did it. Okay. I know it was all in there and it got taken out. Let's go look at what inscriptions we have garnered ourselves now that we did another run through. Yeah, there were quite a few. Yeah, just whatever. I haven't gotten rid of them. Still need to find another sword. I would like to see what a dual sword build looks like. I keep the sword in the main hand because it's got the most finishers. You know? Just for that variety. I know we talked about the sword and the axe and the opposite hand thing. But I want to go through... Actually, let's just destroy. Destroy. We'll keep one spear for reasons. We'll keep 2 axes, and then I'll toss the rest. Yeah, I plan on putting together, once early access starts, I will start collecting weapons and decking them out nice for future giveaway purposes. At least once it's no longer like, you know, being scrapped build or whatever. That's the thought and intentions. Okay, let us look at all the things. So many to choose from. Really doesn't matter to me all that much. We'll get this guy in here. Gargle. I ain't trying to add these still. Works in progress, right? There's more important things to do than some minor things. It works, it's just hard. You'll warm up by the fire and take a look at the books. Yeah, definitely sitting in that chair reading a book would be nice too. Oh, really? Nice. Finally. Got another one to show you. It's still active. Give me 10 seconds.
Deadhaus.
The sound continues for telekinesis. You get the womp 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 sound until you cast it again. The audio stays. It's an annoyance more than like a huge bug. I think we just had to change the day. I keep hitting the right bumper because it's usually where I have my bite. So used to it being there. Okay, what ends?
The tool of flesh.
Another spear. We get some friendos and bring them down to the other guys. Watch chaos ensue. Hey guys. Arrows. Oh, this has been fun.
Fun of flesh.
Hook. Did they all get taken out already? Holy crap, they did. Hey, you guys. Hey, guys. Meet my other friends. Choo choo.
Fun of flesh.
Feat achieved. Kill 70 people in 10 seconds. Wonder what it felt like. Get out of it. Ouch. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. I need to get my bite back.
Deadhaus. First of Oct.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Black screen, fade it back. We'll fix it in post, right? See, even the best of us can still die. We will take off. What are we taking off? I need my bite back. Exsanguinate? As much as fun as it is. Fully upgraded on this one? Nice. Still need that last card. Darn. That card? We're almost there. tell I've been playing a bit. To pick up another spear though, yeah. Let's dump that guy. I guess we will see what we can't do here. As far as upgrades go, because we've got a lot to play with. Ooh. Go for maximum attack speed. See what we can get this up to. 0.9. 3.1. I like me some attack speed.
Deadhaus, first of Oct. Be wary of lightning. A storm has come.
How my sword will cause piles. I don't really need to use the font in and of itself. I can just kill. It's out of play every now and then. Bye. Yes.
The one of souls.
Lock there. We'll just start up here this time. Get some buddies.
The four of flesh.
Guess they did not hear me walking up behind them. I'm curious what this is for. To the Dacian catacombs. They all lead to the catacombs. Different areas. Looks like goo piles override bite. It's not a bad thing. What is monster? Probably another spear. Anybody in chat? Again, any questions you have, go ahead and toss them out there and I'll answer them best I can. If not, Mike's here. You can also answer questions. I know it's popping in between the stream and the regiment stream. If you don't mind, go give them a follow too. They are partnered with Deadhaus. So it's all good. As a member of regiment, that's good to see that more people are getting it out there. everything is cleared up. I was trying to make a buddy. Paul. You know the radio plays, you get the reference. Paul. Oh, I need my minions. Okay, well, sometimes it overrides it. I guess whatever does that last damage. The four of flesh. One of souls. Well, the audio's not doing it. I might as well do it myself, right? I know it only does it like the first time it happens. You're my friend. Thank you. You were my friend for a second. You guys gonna play in the goof. Just don't make any mutant turtles. Or do, but wrong game series for that. You know, I think Waro has something to do with the goo piles, because it turns everything into the same thing. It's the big old pile of goo. Oh, yes. Oh, but it's liquid. Victus. Get more buddies. Fighting one or two is not fun. Fighting 20, 30 at a time, fun. Dangerous? Sure. On you. Big old pile of goo. So are me and Regiment the only two that have started streaming it? Has any of the other influencers that have been allowed to promote it gone and done that, or are they doing it like YouTube, Kick, and all the other stuff? That's some more later. But I can get it early before the big fish come, per se, as it were. I was already up there, that's right. Went up that way around, so we got down the middle now. Stop shooting my buddies. Shoot the enemy. You too are good. Whoa. Stop poking at me. What weapon do these guys have? Those are not regular spears. Ranseurs? Lots of little jagged spikes. I'm not familiar with all the different names of the pole arms. But I know those aren't spears or glaives, or halberds, or whatnot. They're definitely different. We've made all the friendos we can here. Let's go up and defend the Red Lady. And then I will go give a brief overview of the hub again. What's what in there and how things work. Kill off all these guys trying to destroy the statue. Yes, I looked over again to see if Dennis was here. Every time. Then I realize I'm not on Discord. Stay down. Stay down. know, making them your thralls should restore the statue's life. That would be interesting. And done. You work on repairing the statue that you're trying to break. Or melt. Either way. Yeah, I can't click on this. Have to return to hub this way.
Decassus, first of Oct, you shall be a hunter in the fog.
Hunter in the fog. Ooh, foggy days. Alright, so let's do a brief of the hub again for anybody who has missed it, and anybody new here, welcome in. Start here, I guess. I'm not going to go over all these little statues. That's the kind of like the guided tutorial to look around. So first we have our regiment partnership.
Across countless realms and countless wars, some choose to stand beside others, not above them. Their duty is not conquest, but watchfulness. You are not alone. We have your six.
In our chronicles, you'll pick up more along the way.
Oct, in the year 218 after that.
You can also look them up on Spotify,
day of our search,
Apple,
we came upon the vampire's
Libsyn,
dwelling, a ruined tower from the
like
first
Google
age.
something or another. I have it all on the wiki, the Deadhaus wiki. If you look up the fandom wiki, I run that, and they're all linked on there under the radio plays, along with all the transcripts. Here we have the tarot table where you switch out your major and minor arcana, the major arcana being your skills that you use, like blur and bite and flay and font and telekinesis. But I'm going to take that one off for now, and we'll switch it up to something else, like whirlwind, I guess. And just to change things out a bit, remove all these, and I'm just going to go here and go blah. And you have your minor arcana, which are the random drops that you'll get from enemies. I shouldn't say random, but deterministic on how they drop and when they drop. And that's all done through the calendar. Mostly all through the calendar. But what you do, like who, what, when, where, why, and how, are all important. Who you kill, where you kill them, when you kill them, with what you kill them with. Time of day, time of year, celestial bodies, all that draws into what drops. But these are the minor tarot that you in turn use to upgrade the major tarot to have extra abilities like the goo piles, pandemic, I can't pronounce that word. The area spreading infections, making your weapon cause the poison damage, so on and so forth. So that's all done at this table, at the tarot card table. You can do multiple loadouts, and I'm not going to click through it because it's kind of buggy. And audio will just kind of continuously play, and it's not too fun. Down here we have the cosmetic area. It's, early access thing. They will be adding cosmetics in for weapons and armor and all that good fun stuff. Down on the other side, I'm just going to call this a combat room. There's nothing in here at the moment, but it looks like a combat room. Assuming where you be able to test your things out. I know Dennis had posted a couple videos where he was showing off the weapons in here. So. Find my way back out. There we go. We will head upstairs. The inscription room. Now, I had upgraded some things to try to get improved attack speed, so let's see what I got here. 3.1 attack speed and another 3.1 attack speed, and that's what they were, so that's cool. Let's take off stuff that doesn't have attack speed. Take off that one, and we'll take off, that's a 1.4, 0.3, sure, take off those two, more attack speed, from the speedrunner, right? Naturally. But clear these out, I'll just hold on to those. But this is where you go to change your inscriptions out to upgrade them. And stats here will tell you how much unlife you have, your gray bar, your blood, the red bar, and then stuff like fortitude, resistance to different types of damage, resilience, dominance, subversion, damage over time, movement speed, attack speed. I'm at 15% at the moment. And all the other fun bonus damages you can look at there. And up in here is your little logbook, which your journal, which will show you the different feats that you can acquire, the different sigils, at least for the moment, your stats, and then your journal, which I assume... Hey Iron, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Did you get my message? Seems how you are a veteran too. I sent you a link to the regiment Discord, who we partnered with recently. Yeah, we actually got a little special monument for them. The demo will be available tomorrow to download and play. Right now it's just kind of the early
Across
previews.
countless realms and countless wars, some choose to stand beside others.
It's a
not
veterans
above them.
gaming Discord,
Their
so
duty is not conquest.
you're more than welcome
but
to join it.
watchfulness.
Hang
You
out
are
there.
not alone. We have your six.
And I already went here, so that's a little bit of the brief there. Then we got the radio plays here.
3rd of Oct, in the
You
year
can listen to all of
218
them, well, at
after
least the
Deadhaus.
first 7. It's first season. More to come later. And then this stone, I think, is also just your stats at the moment. Alright, so let's go through the sewer area again, I guess. The Blood Sanctum. So give you guys a show of the first little area. Again.
Deadhaus, 1st of Oct. A great wind thrashes the land.
Great wind thrashes the land. So this is where you would, this is your first little mission. You know, tells you a little how-to, so, you know, press A to jump. This one is your first card that you pick up, and it's Blur. It tells you to press your skill to blur. Then along the way, you'll encounter some of these stones along the way, like this one here. They suit soldiers, you know, damage in combat. I'm a little upgraded, so this is definitely a little walk in the park for me. Yeah, I've got a bunch of skills maxed out here. Then we get into the sewers. This is part of the Awakened. They are the Dreamers. They are part of Visania and Isla. They are who the undead are at war with, at least in the radio play. It's kind of a starting opener introduction to the game. Head crabs. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I am here to do just that. Okay, come through here and grab up Whirlwind, which you saw me use. Fight off a bunch of the Awakened dudes. And that's the gist of this little area. It's a little change in viewpoint though, because we've been fighting outside of Creep for a little bit. Using finishers will restore blood. Also standing in these little blood piles, you can see the blood like moving or whatever. It also regenerates your life. Preferred. I can move around with the mouse keyboard. I just have, after working at a foundry for a few years, putting my hands on the keyboard and playing like this, my hands start to go numb really quickly. So I'm kind of forced to do the controller thing. No longer play any first-person shooters because I need the mouse and keyboard for that. I'll play like Helldivers and stuff like that, but nothing super PvP related. But the controller works. The layout scheme isn't quite up to date. They haven't worked on that too much. Less of a priority. It works, but I'm going to go into do the skills and whatnot. It's a little wonky. But it's nothing that you can't work around. I know. Yeah, that's about all there is to this area, and then you come out and you go right back to the sanctuary.
Decassus, first of Oct. A thunderstorm has broken upon Malorum
anymore. So what that was that you just saw is the celestial calendar or chart, and this thing does all the things for you. So this is how loot, for the most part, is determined. You got the who, what, when, where, why, and how. If you think about all those, who you kill, what you kill them with, when you kill them, where you kill them, and how you kill them, all determine how loot is dropped. It's not RNG, it's determined by what you do. So what you do actually matters. When you do it actually matters too. So you see that right now, this is the current month.
Oct, the vessel. Mensis Octus, now called Oct, the month of growth. In Oct, I rode down a vampire, trapped him in a church, and led the men under my command to their slaughter. In Oct, I infiltrated the temple of Anumat and stole a hollow maw. I faced a revenant and prevailed. I crossed into the realm of the dead and climbed a tower of madness.
So The person speaking is Alaric von Beller. He is the main character for the radio plays. What is that skill with the tarot card of a hand casting a spell? That tarot is telekinesis. This one. And its upgrades would include being able to do fun things like this. So if you upgrade it, you can do like little jump bounce thing off the ground, which is kind of fun. I don't think the oh yeah, they did keep it from, yeah, it was there. It's been so long since that battle arena. But there's also like you can hold the guys up in the air. Actually, I'll hold on to it and I'll show you in the next one. Let me get through the calendar again real quick. But so the month, the time of day.
Twilight rises, the Von Herald of Dawn.
Enemy fire spells burn 50% longer in twilight.
It is the prelude to our diminishment. And we claim
though I don't think we have any
remains.
enemies that cause
As the
fire
sun
at the moment.
ascends, the blood recoils.
But each of these things have different audio files for it. There's like over an hour's worth of audio just clicking through all of this stuff. The planets, as you can see, this one here, and I believe this one
belongs to
is in alignment
Inundo
almost.
belongs to Woro. They are only Woro. They are the only ancient that is not trapped in an outer realm. The whole of Woro is scattered across the cosmos, consuming all that it touches, transmuting all unburning matter into more Woro.
You
This
deal
ball of
less
gray
damage
is
under
not a planet
sunlight.
like the others the ancients have claimed. It was once, but now it is only
You're
Woro.
hindered, but not,
A
you
single
know,
droplet of gray
completely
landed on
weak.
Inundo in ages past, and now it is a gray sea the size of a world. As Ruina recedes, veiled truths emerge beneath its fading light,
but
and with the waning, the storm. Like with
vampires take damage over
storms
time in the
strengthen
rain.
power
I
of
don't think that's
primordial
fully
lightning.
enabled yet.
But unlike mere rain, storms bring primordial lightning of their own.
Water,
And though
rain,
the rain stings
should
vampires
hurt.
uniquely among the dead, so too are vampires uniquely adept at avoiding the lightning.
and lightning will strike. I haven't seen that actually happen in game yet, though there are some nice big thunder cracks. This one is your time or your day of the week.
Dies Torrentium, now called the Torrents, the Day of Torrents. Thasian interpretation of this day took it to mean torrents of raw magic. For this reason, Thasian mages are more prevalent on the Day of Torrents, and they are not to be underestimated, frail though they may be.
So yeah, this is a whole celestial calendar. This thing is just continually moving forward. You know, time keeps on slipping into the future. Please don't DMC me for that crap. But that all determines what drops, better chances of certain things to drop, different effects on different enemies. You don't really have to focus on it. There are certain like celestial events, like say the blood moon. You know, the blood moon is the first of Primulum, which is the first of the year. For anybody who is a lore junkie, it's an important day. So, you know, moon doors, sun doors, and any other celestial doors. If you've ever played Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, they had the moon doors. So think about that in this game. But now we got a celestial calendar, and it could be when this one thing is in Ascension, on a full moon, on a rainy day. You know, all those things come into account. There's so many possibilities. Like, maybe this one only opens when everything is in Ascension, which will happen eventually. I'm going to go back to the Charnel Vale now, and I will show off the telekinesis for you. This right here, before a battle, or before a sojourn, you can go through these things will change based off of the day, time of day, all the celestial events, and you can either upgrade them or re-roll them with old inscriptions that you get along the way. So let's add, actually we'll say we really don't care about reducing necrotic damage, so we're going to re-roll that one. And now it's psychic damage. So we've got psychic, celestial, and necrotic on here. And let's have more critical hit chance, and we can increase that to boost it up. And you can save up a bunch and roll through them and burn through them to enhance the skills and abilities. So replay value is you want to kill as much as possible to get as many inscriptions and whatnot as possible to enhance your abilities to make yourself more powerful. Currently you only got the one to play with, but you know, it's fine. There'll be more to come.
The torrents. 2nd of Oct. Lightning is as dangerous.
So one of the fun things you can do is with the telekinesis is lift your enemies in the air and hold them there. Multiplayer, I could be the controller and hold the enemies in place. And apologies for the audio bug. It's a known issue. Hey, Game Life Crisis. Thank you for the follow. I've seen you around on the Twitters. So we can get rid of that with the tapping of it again. Welcome. Any and all questions are welcome. I'll try to answer them all as best I can. Currently using fonts, blur, bite, play, and telekinesis. Most of the abilities are upgraded. Still need one more for that font to make green skeletons. Roll around and that's an axe. Still trying to get another sword.
The 4 of flesh.
Yeah, slightly less vampire damage. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of mobility. Let's hurt them. Buff me. Yay. So, making thralls, you can get buffs from your allies here. Yeah, a second. I'm going to turn that volume, in-game volume down. It seems kind of loud there. Just a little bit. I turned it down to Thundercrack and it's going up into the high yellows. But there will be plenty of doors. These are all going to go to... I'm not sure if that's just a placeholder. They all say the Thasian Catacombs. There's a lot of different entrances, so a lot of different areas to explore within the catacombs. But that'll be early access. Who buffed me? One of the priests. So, currently I have Bite as one of my abilities, my majors. And under my majors, I have upgraded Cursed Fang by collecting these minor arcanas and placing them on there at the tarot table. If a bite kills a target, they are reanimated as a undead thrall and fight for the vampire for a limited time. So, where the flay upgraded turns them into skeletal minions. Flayed enemies explode into shards. Did I remove that one? Oh no, it's the bottom one. Haha. Upgrading the cards makes them better. This one, the Necropolis, will turn them into the green skeletons who deal necrotic damage. But the Bite basically turned that that priest into my ally, and his spells damage my enemies and buff me and my allies. So that's what that little grayish cloud is around this guy. He's a thrall. Apparently he's going to go attack something somewhere. No, just on patrol. These guys again are awakened. They're the first war against Deadhaus. Death does not dream, and dreams do not die. So the two must meet in war. At least according to Amarax. But you can convert them to your side as well. At least for now. Realm Strider. Oh, what's going on? It got really dark. It must be a heavy storm. Hold on. So the weather. Second of Oct, I guess, is where we're at here. I don't know. Very heavy dark rains going on right now. Windy storms. It does hinder the visibility. Not just for me, but for the enemies too. At least over time it should. I know I've walked up on some guys during a storm and they didn't even see me, so. Yeah, that's how the gameplay loop goes. So you come in, you fight the things, you do the quests, and then go back to your hub and upgrade your skills, change your weapons out, change your abilities out, play how you want to play, and over time it should definitely cater to your playstyle rather than specific builds. So there won't be a meta per se. If you like minions, play things that have minions. Buff the things that give you minion abilities. If you like melee combat, increased attack speed, increased melee damage, so on and so forth. Critical strikes. There's limited options now, but you know, once the full game releases, early access and so on, there will be more to follow. Ooh. There's a hole in that wall. After this round, I will switch over to the spear for you guys, so you can see that again. I did it earlier. Not my favorite weapon, but got a few different animations. Yay, it cleared up. You see the little water puddles on the ground? with those environmental effects, which will, now that it's cleared up, should eventually fade away. Another known bug. I'm not trying to show off the bugs. But that's part of the early bits. And why we're testing. So yeah, these guys will form up. They've got some AI that you know, tells them to do the things and protect their ranged guys and their casters. So you see that they're getting in front of the guys shooting at me, but I'll just do that. And they will run. Kill enough of them, they will flee in terror. Those are usually the guys you'll see, like that gray bar over his head. There he goes. He started fleeing back. They do have morale, so they will run in terror and flee, and you do enough damage to them, so they do react to what you do. Now we're getting a little bit of fog on the ground. So there's a nice little transition effect. As you can see, it's really misty out. And I've also been told that the werewolf will be coming to early access, so I'm looking forward to that. As you know, wolf form, best form, speed runs and all. Not that I plan on speedrunning this, maybe in certain instances, but I am a definite fan of the wolf form. I cannot wait to see what it looks like. From the bat form, from the earlier, you know, when they were doing the live streams for the art and stuff like that, the bat form looked badass. I can only imagine what the wolf form is going to look like. That was odd. There. Fun things to do. They're still fighting? I thought they all died. How wrong I was. Or was it just more came? You open the box. You. Be my friend. Till the end. I will name you Charlie. Stay down. It does not want to give me that last card. My luck is bad. I just want to make green skelly friendos, that's all. Still in combat. So, any more questions out there from anybody? Hexblade hungers, yes, it does. The Death's Head Coven must guide the souls of the dead to the Weaver. Some of these souls, bound by their own anguish, are unable to pass into the realm of the dead. Seek out the Hangman's Oak, speak to the dead that adorn its branches in their suffering, that they may be unbound and return their accursed blades. This is where you go to start the quest to kill the 3 Hexblades on the map, which are elite soldiers with the ability to teleport, which can get annoying. That's one of the sub-missions of the area. You did not shoot that pistol at me. I was already up here. I've ran through this like 5 times now. I'm trying to remember exactly where I went. Alrighty. That was easy. And then the final little bit for the demo is defending this statue. You gotta kill the priest as quickly as possible, because they will sit there, and these priests are a bit stronger than the other guys, have a much bigger hit point pool, but they will cast that spell and damage the statue over time. I'm gonna throw out a couple puddles here. This one's my thrall, so he's alright. I'm gonna get the bell, and Dennis is not here. Dennis has the bell for whenever we're in the voice chats. That bell sound goes, and we all know Dennis is there. I'll take it. Do I win? I didn't let it take a single point of damage. What do I win? What's my prize? Oh, how well you did will determine what things drop as well. So something like that probably gets you a better buff than letting it get down to bare minimum life on that statue, or letting the statue get destroyed. And this would be the next area, which early access. Standing in these blood puddles will heal you. Is one of the things that you can do. So, if you don't feel like fighting or exsanguinating, you can just fight and stand in the puddles, and that'll heal you. But I've killed everything on this map, so let's go back to the hub.
The Torrents, 2nd of Oct. Fog comes, and mortals struggle to see.
Go upstairs. Take the quick way. And this is the inscription hall again, and I'm going to switch over to the spear. I'm going to take these ones down. I'll delete this one. I'm just going to add these 3 to this the spear here. Don't know what they do exactly. Not going to take the time. I don't mind. Alright. Even have room to grow. Ferocity is attack speed, agility, movement speed. So I went from 15 down to 9.5. It's lowering down. I'm assuming that's because of the time of day? I don't know. Actively going down. Alright, any special requests for the tarot cards? Spin to win, exsanguinate, dance macabre. And you can do different loadouts. It's kind of buggy, so I'm not going to change it out right now, but I'm going to take off these ones here. That's Y, so you spin to win, I guess. And then we've been doing quite a bit of fonts, so I'll take off this one. And I'll put my exsanguinate on there. Yeah, that works. Alright. Go ahead and upgrade these. Still missing a couple. So this one can be deadly because after the duration ends, you can continue to use it, and it will cost blood over time. We'll go back into the Charnel Vale. Before I do, though, is there any questions about the Celestial Clock? I need a drink. Celestial Clock, the map, the sanctuary or the hub itself, any of the tarot cards or whatnot before I get back in there. We got the radio plays here. Play one through.
3rd of Oct, in the year 218 after Deadhaus. At dawn, on the 5th day of our search, we came upon the vampire's dwelling. The ruined tower from the First Age. 12 of us stormed the lookout, and rode down the mindless thralls that sought to warn their master. The knights wished to breach the tower on foot, to smite the wretch as it lay in its coffin. But I stood them down. That's what it wanted us to do, to assemble in the confines of those ruins, dismounted, away from the sun. From my satchel, I procured a flask, shook it vigorously, and threw it at the base of the tower, setting it ablaze with alchemical fire. For a time, there was no sound or movement, but the kindling of the structure, and I wondered if we had come too late yet again. But then at once, a portion of the stone wall blasted apart, sending pieces of it hurtling towards us. 2 were killed outright, skull and ribs crushed. They were lucky. My satchel was torn from me, and a figure leapt out of the gap, over our horses, fleeing as it hit the ground. We pursued our quarry from the burning hilltop, closing on its lead in a thundering charge. Under the light of day, it could not change its form to elude us, and its strength was but a fraction of what it would have been in darkness. It was still swift enough to outpace any man, but on horseback, we were swift. Sensing that we drew nearer, the vampires swerved from the open field and sought refuge in an abandoned church. I shouted for the knights to stop, to draw no closer, to hold position and allow me to retrieve my satchel from the tower. But they had been hunting the fiend for 5 days and had just lost 2 of their brothers. One of them dismounted and approached the church doors. From the darkness inside, a voice poured out and stood my hair on end.
I invite you in.
And the knight stepped forward. In the name of the Emperor, I command you to stop! I shouted, and the knight hesitated, torn between my command and the dead thing's power.
I killed your friends. Their blood seeps into Malorum even now. It smells so sweet.
And the knight drew his sword in wrath. Stay in the light! I cried in vain. My chimes were left in the fallen satchel. I could not strike them to ring through the vampire's voice. The knight stepped into the shadows. His screams followed shortly after, and the sound of tearing flesh. Others drew their swords. Some dismounted. They were shouting, arguing. I tried to convince them that 8 of them was not enough. Not even with me, not without my implements. I lost command in the chaos. What followed, the blame lies with me. If I had but kept my satchel. I lingered only for a moment as they crossed into the church. I saw it there in the darkness. Glimpses of it, flickers of predation. It fell upon the knights as if from all sides, slicing into them, dragging them screaming into the shadows. They called for me, begging me to help them. But had I entered the church that day, then Deadhaus would have my secrets, and thousands more would have died. I turned my horse and fled, hearing my name fall into the distance behind me, until at last the church was silent. I retrieved my satchel from the tower and left its smoldering ruin behind. I dare not write what became of the knights. I can only pray that their death were the end, but that thought does little to still the echoes of my name, as they called it that day. Alaric. Alaric. Alaric von Bella, Grand Inquisitor of the Thasian Empire.
So, if you liked that radio play, there are 30 more radio plays after this one, and it's what is it? Give me a second. 14 hours? Just shy of 14 hours in length in total. And those are all available on the Spotify, Libsyn, Apple Podcast, and Amazon. You can find links to all those as soon as I get Twitch open here. Find all those on the wiki, which I have been working on for like last year. Couldn't really add a whole lot because there wasn't a whole lot to show. And now that it is out for the demo, I can start, posting like the different. I need to update like the clock and the tarots and stuff like that. Now that they're all available to see, but all the radio plays are there along with the transcripts. Some of the transcripts might be off. It was copied from the YouTube videos, and with the way George did Alaric's voice, with the the auto translate stuff, some words got janky here or there, so still needs a little bit of correction. I've been trying to fix it as I see them. But we're gonna go on another sojourn, kill some more stuff, and show you guys the spear and spin to win and all the other fun stuff.
The Torrents, 2nd of Oct. While the living are blinded by fog, the dead are not.
Let's try to rile these guys up. This will be Exsanguinate here. Upgraded. It's a really good ability to get a lot of guys. Yes, spin the Vin. I took off the goo piles for now. The game was not being nice to me and not giving me my last minor tarot. But, you know, figured I'd show off some more of the other skills.
The one of flesh.
Watch, I'm going to pick it up here.
The 5 of souls.
We'll go left first this time. Again. Again, any question you guys have, ask away, please. That's why I'm here. Mike's also in the chat. I know he's jumping in between here and Regiment if they're still going. I'm assuming they are. I can't see while I'm streaming myself without like tabbing out and doing all the search stuff, so definitely go give them a follow. As we are partnered with them, so. Hymn of the Hetical. I hear bad guys. Lots of bad guys. Take you out first. We don't need to get hit by the, oh, there's another one. I did not see you. Where you at? You're hiding behind your buddies. So, one of the things that the spear does do is hit multiple targets, which is nice. Ow, my face. Hi, Ty Jim. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Any questions you may have, feel free to ask. That's why I'm here. And I don't mind answering the same question 100 times. As long as it's helping you understand how the game works, I'm happy. Oh, listen to the Chronicles? Awesome. I had just linked the wiki. It's something I've been working on like the last year or so. All the Chronicles are on there, along with the transcripts. If you want to listen to them in full. I'm not sure if Mike is still in the channel, but he could link it or just re-link it real quick, I guess. If you don't see it. But yeah, definitely listen to him. And congrats on winning the key. I hope you enjoy. But please do give feedback. It is always recommended. You can find that on the main menu or the pause button if you find a bug. There's a report a bug, and give feedback. What you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see changed. All that is very important. That's good. I know there's some people that have been having issues. So, hearing that it's running smooth is nice. This is running Unreal 5, and it hasn't had too much optimization. The demo has, but optimization-wise, you know, that's an into the line thing. Do it a little bit here and there. I'll try not to give too many spoilers. I'm just gonna kind of kill things and do things, but upgrading things is definitely something you're gonna want to do. A couple of my favorites is Flay, which is that little shuriken that's running around. Get you some skelly boys when you upgrade it. I play Helldivers too. I'm used to bugs as well. I prefer fighting the bots though. And I also, you could ask Faceless Mike, I'm an explosive expert. I like the grenade launcher and the mini nukes and all that fun jazz. But I get you. We definitely need to fire the animator though. Dennis, he's been doing the animations. And you'll definitely want to visit this this spot right here. Put it that way. Just do it. I heard Archer. Where you at? Had a leg through his head. Unintentional teabag? We got another hex blade over here. So these guys are hex blades. They're more of an elite unit. They teleport, and they've got a hex blade. They can be a little annoying sometimes, but nothing to these spells and abilities won't take care of. Let's go down this way. I see some friendos that want to play. So there is a morale system. If you kill enough enemies, they will flee. The gray bars that you see on some of these guys, they got a red bar, a blue bar, and sometimes a gray bar. The guys with the gray bars are the ones you want to kill to get them to run. Like that guy. And then they'll start to cower in fear and run away. That's where we just fight them and turn them to our friends. I see you sitting over there. Where'd you guys come from? Alright, let's go up top and then work our way back down and go from there. Love the screams. Oh yeah, definitely dive in. Dive in full feet first. Again, check out the. Do you see the link to the wiki? High Tide. It's the fandom wiki. I said, if you want to listen to the radio plays in full, it's either wait for early access, which I don't know exactly, the wiki itself. Here, let me just double look it there. Just make sure you got it for you. Transcripts, for the most part, should be accurate. There's probably a few errors in there, as I mentioned earlier. It was the radio plays from the YouTube, which was a big block of text, and I did use some assistance to, parse it out to where it looks legible. It's not just one big wall of text. But Alaric's voice has got that, heavy accent, which does change some words around, and when the translation comes from the YouTube, it does what it thinks the word's supposed to be. So there might be a few errors here and there, but nothing too major. And that wiki will be updated here shortly. I think I'm going to work on that this weekend if I get the chance to add in like the weapons and the celestial clock and the planet. Well, the planets are already there, but minor, major arcanas and all that fun stuff. Then we got to defend the statue, which will be a little bit harder without all the fonts floating around. A little harder. Not completely harder. Although this does a pretty good job at taking out a lot of guys. Again, thank you for the follow. Hope to see you around. I'll be trying to stream this. This is going to be the main thing I stream from here on out. Currently it's Tuesdays and Thursdays from like 2 to 4. Today's the exception. Since how it's the early release, I'm trying to stream a little bit longer. But hopefully, give enough time, I can be one of those people that get to sit here and say, I'll stream this for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Everybody's goal. That's a streamer, right? Round 2, fight. You can leave and round. Oh. Can't sing that. Feed, kill, evolve. Something like that. Feed, evolve, dominate? I don't remember exactly. The thing only came out yesterday. Yeah, all the things. That works. Getting quite a few drops from those priests. That's nice. What's left? Did I win? Or do I gotta wait for the thralls to go away? I see no more bad guys. Standing in blood, for anybody that doesn't know, will restore your hit points. You can see the blood kind of traveling upward here. Can't waste good blood. Eat all food lying on the ground. I learned that at an early age when I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and there's pizza on the floor. You pick it up and eat it. Okay. I swore there was one more wave. Yeah, that wall needs fixed. It didn't do too bad though. Check the time here, see what time it is. It is almost 5 o'clock. Give me, I'm going to take a quick break. You know, bio break, refresh drink, and all that jazz, and check on things. I will be back in 5-ish minutes. I'm going to throw the quizzes up here and go back to the hub. So I've been doing these for just over a month now, one a day. So if you like the radio plays, this is kind of to test your knowledge. And these ones it's set to random, so yeah, I will be back in just a little bit. Do. Alrighty, I am back. Apologies. Had to stir dinner on top of all that. Yeah. Eventually, I think I'm going to use these the radio play questions that I'm throwing up there as ways to help do my giveaways. So if you are knowledgeable on the lore, it might behoove you to, you know, or I should say, it might behoove you to know the lore if you want to earn things from me. That and, of course, subs. I gotta be nice to the subs, right? But that's later down the road past early access and all that good stuff. Future ideas and plans of how to promote the lore. Speaking of lore, if you have any questions of lore, I'm here to answer those ones too. But I am back. I need to switch up my weapon. I am not a fan of the spear myself. I could go double axes, but the moveset isn't as fun as the sword in the first hand. I ended up getting 2 more spears. Destroy those. Take these off. Actually, no, we will go with double axis this time. You're full up. Oh, that wiki, it took some time to pick out. It's the first wiki I put together, so I apologize if it looks off compared to a lot of the other wikis. I'm trying my best. If I'm always looking for help if people know how to do the wiki stuff, organization-wise and whatnot is really where I need the help with it, but I'm trying my best. Just so you know, High Tide, you can change it. If you look at the top, it says capacity. Each of these costs 3. It can be a pain to try to get these in there, but you can. If you put it in the middle, sometimes it will work. Of course, it's being mean to me at the moment. There we go. I got it. Yay. But that's where you go for the inscriptions, and changing those out can be a pain. That is in the works for a update here probably in the next couple days. That we'll see. To where you can add and remove things a lot easier than that. So look forward to that one. And if you haven't, I think Regiment is also streaming. They are partnered with us.
Across countless
they're
realms and countless wars,
veterans
some
and military
choose to stand beside others,
gaming. If you're not,
above them.
oh, you're on his stream too. Yeah, go ahead and give them a follow if you're not already part of their group. So
we have your 6.
Yeah. You know, support the supporters, right? Alrighty. Back to the Charnel Vale for more slaying. Under here... Oh. I'm glad that my posts are getting places, finally. Yeah, the little fish is growing. Yay. Oh, Primordial Storm. We want this one. Hits and kills charged lightning storms when released. Summons lightning bolts from the sky, dealing primordial damage. This one's kind of fun. I'm glad it actually fell. So we're going to actually upgrade this one. We're going to boost it. We're going to take 3 of these and boost it. And it didn't go up any. Damn. Oh well. Might get some, though.
Deportus, 3rd of Oct. This night lies beneath a pall of cloud.
We want to fire Dennis, and hire an actual animator. So that's the current joke. Fire Dennis Dyack. We don't want him as our animator. But yeah, the replayability for the demo is power yourself up and become a badass. Come back here, you. Well, tell him to join Deadhaus. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind fighting the Awakened. But thank you for stopping in, and hope to see you around again. I'm gonna probably be here for at least another hour. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go, but trying to help push as much as I can. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't blow up on me. The Axes, Havoc and Malice. I'm glad you like it. Be sure to leave all that feedback. As I said, the more feedback we get, the better off the game will be. I work for Deadhaus, but I don't work for Apocalypse. I work for the game. I'm not part of the company, but I've put so much time and effort into this game, it's not even funny. That's my joke. It's like, I work for Deadhaus, but I don't work for Deadhaus. Still don't think I've gotten the card I need. I would like the green bunny boys, though. That'd be nice.
Souls. The Three of Minds.
Have a good night. And thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah, that blood drain does get kind of deadly. But, you know, one possibility for that blood drain is there is the ability to have that passive regeneration. I'm assuming if you get it high enough, you could spin to win forever. Maybe. Unless it, like, gradually builds up over time on the drain. I do like the look of these axes, too. It'd be fun when I get the Havoc and Malice skins. One of the early backer rewards was Havoc and Malice skins, which will be, and eventually, the cosmetic that will be purchasable.
Six of Minds.
The Six of Minds. I thought it was going to hit you. Guess not. Ow. Ow. I think that's one animation that needs fixed up is the whirlwind, because it looks like a sword animation still. But no biggie.
The one of flesh.
The One of Flesh.
The three of minds.
Hack him off with the knees. That would hurt. Talk about cutting them down to size. Hello. Thrall. This is why I use the two swords, or the sword and the axe. Sword in the main hand, just for the variations in the execution animations. Spin, win, kill.
Five of minds. Seven of minds. Two of souls. The one of flesh. The two of minds.
The nature of a vampire is to drink and drink and drink. Okay, cleared out this part. No friendos here. Where did all my friendos go? I've ran around so much I can't remember what I've done. I think I started over here, didn't I? On this one? Yep. I think it's just to, oh, there's a friendo. A couple friendos. That was a big explosion.
The two of minds.
2 of mines. Yay, buff. We are still winning. I got buffed. I got friendos. Well, they're not breathing, but they're still buffing me. I would love to have one of them just randomly say for pony, you know, just because, and you know why. I did finish this one time without a single point of damage going to the statue. I didn't win any special prizes, though. I felt really good about that one.
The one of flesh.
Where's my bell? Hello, game. Game? Are you borking out on me? Should still go. Maybe we gotta wait for those guys to despawn. Or maybe somebody's stuck in a wall somewhere.
The one of souls.
Back there. Oh, there we go. How's the regiment stream going? Are they still having fun? I'm hoping they're still having fun. Oh, they finished? That didn't go very long. Here I am, just trucking along. Had one guy who won a. No, it's true. There's not too much to do. It's just kind of replaying the same stuff over and over again. But had a High Tide Jim in here. Apparently he works alongside Casper, Starship Troopers dude. He had to go leave to go do something with him. I told him to tell him to come play Deadhaus. He said, "Will do." So hey, might get some celeb support. Eh? Crush bugs and now Crush awakened. I see you there. What are you doing? Where did you come from? How did you guys slip past me? Alright, now that those guys are dead. Get back to the statue, hurry. It was a trick. Say I did pretty well on that one.
The one of souls. The one of souls. The two of souls.
Anybody up here? I don't see anybody. See some dead bodies on the floor. Alrighty. Well. This does not work, by the way, Mike. I cannot go here into the tomb to exit out. If you didn't hear me the first time I tried to do that. Still have to click out.
Depotus, 3rd of Oct. Fog comes, and mortals struggle to see.
What was that purple glow? Should be in the update. That's awesome. That was a weird purple glow that came from, like, right there. Kind of cool looking. And different. But what time is it now? I know I had to take a quick break there. Dismiss. 5:19. I'm going to go for another 40 minutes. It seems like things are dying down, but no, one more playthrough and then another brief on the things, and I think that should do it. I'm going to go back to the sword. I'm going to keep the current loadout because it's fun. And I want to know if any of these darn, no. I had one that had the lightning abilities. How much do I got? Cards powered up? Just about max. Zoom game. There we go. Go down to Terra Parlor. As far as minor arcana, I'm still missing these two. Still missing it. I can't get my Skelly minions. But as you can see, I've got a decent supply of those. Can't upgrade that one yet. Fully upgraded. Fully upgraded. Oh, need that Arcana still. Other than that, fully upgraded. Need one more of that to upgrade or lower the duration. Fully upgraded. Most of the way there. Yeah, I'm almost there. With everything being fully powered. And that's what I've spent, what, 4 hours? 3 hours here with explanations. Plus I went, I think, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 in the regiment Discord this morning. Plus like an hour and a half or so the other day. a preferred hand of cards. I know this setup is one of them. I do, I like to switch out the font and the flay. I prefer flay over font more often than not. And I like my telekinesis, but I like whirlwind as well, so I switch those two out. So it's really between like that and this, and then sometimes I like to switch out this and this, but that's about it. Still not a fan of Dance Macabre. But the audio on the flay when you hold it down to make him go up the air is still buggy, so I'm trying not to use that one. Bite, you know that issue. That's being resolved, and I still don't like the way dance works, but that's preference. You say it's been fixed. Not in my build as far as I can tell. Just hold on to those. Don't really care. Save up some inscriptions for something nice.
Depotus, 3rd of Oct. While the living are blinded by fog, the dead are not.
So anybody in chat who's around and has any questions, feel free to ask. Mike's the community manager. I'm the lore master, per se. I run the wiki, and I've dedicated my time to learning the lore. If I were a lich, I would be an arc lich of lore for Deadhaus. At least for Alaric. Well, as I said, my issue is... I'm going to switch it and I'll put it on real quick. But my issue isn't the fact... It is a power-up and it is powerful. I see the power involved, but I tend to float off in the distance, attacking nothing more often than fighting the enemies. And that's where my problem comes in.
Depotus, 3rd of Oct. While the living are blinded by fog.
Like you were saying, you can
dead are
travel
not.
distances. Yes, you can, but I find myself, going past the attacks afterwards. Just kind of throw me off, and it doesn't feel right. It feels wonky to me. Is how I would put it. I would rather honestly spin to win than how it feels on that. I don't know how to change it up. Oh, I've offered my suggestions, but that's not a possibility apparently. I got an arrow in the head. I get the power. I understand it. It's just it still doesn't feel right to me. It feels off. Hard to explain. I find myself, as I said, attacking the air behind the enemies that I'm trying to attack more often than zipping between the enemies and killing them. If it makes sense. Yeah, hitting nothing but air there. And then if you could clip that little bit, that kind of explains what I'm feeling and what doesn't feel right. Would be that little bit where I was just swinging at nothing behind the guys, not zipping between them like it's supposed to. I could use that as the example. Blood, blood, bright red blood.
The three of flesh. Five of one of flesh.
The one of flesh.
The two of souls.
And now that we can stream it, it does make it a little bit easier to clip it to show what I'm talking about.
The five of souls.
That's a bonus. Be my friend, will you? All right. Thirsty.
8 of flesh.
We need more friends. More friends up here. That, and it doesn't reflect the radio plays as well as I think it could. Without going into too much detail of the previous versions. Ow. Was that another spear? Probably. Yep, that was another spear. Still waiting on that sword. Oh, and a game crash. Mike, I found a bug. I had a game crash. I guess I should probably call it there. As it seems the streams are winding down. Been going for about 3.5 hours anyway. Let's bring it back up again. Thursday afternoon. So yeah, thank you all for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Again, I will be around Thursday, 2 to 4, my normal time to stream, and I'll be streaming this again. Probably with a new build with new adjustments, and the masses joining us with the stream tomorrow. So, well, not the stream, but the demo tomorrow. So, yeah. Again, thank you for stopping in. Let me see if there's anybody else going real quick for Deadhaus. It is just me. All right. Well, I guess I will leave it there then. All right, everybody. Have a good night and see you in a couple days.